Okay, Suresh, we can start.
Okay. Okay then. Good morning to one and all joining us in today's webinar, uh, led Niranjan Kumar Narzari Memorial Online Lecture Series. I am Suresh Bosumutari, IQC Coordinator, Kokrajhar Law College. With warm greetings, it gave me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Kokrajhar Law College conducting webinar on the topic Water Prevention and Control of Pollutions Act 1974 and other environmental issues under the environmental law. Today, in the 98th online lecture series, we have the great pleasure to have as the guest of honor and as the keynote speaker Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, the Principal, Golpara Law College. I heartily welcome you, sir. I heartily welcome you, sir, in
Thank you,
today's
sir.
webinar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I also welcome our beloved principal, I see Miss Prita Brahmo, for giving such a platform for organizing enlightening webinar online lecture series. We welcome you, ma'am. I also welcome all the esteemed colleagues joining us, and I also welcome all the students and all other dignitaries joining us in today's webinar. Now, before we begin with our today's sessions, I would like to request our respected principal IC, Ms. Prita Brahmo, to welcome the today's keynote speaker, Dr. Anup Kumar Roy sir, and all other participants.
Okay, thank you, Suresh. Good morning to one and all present. Respected today's guest speaker, Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, Principal, Gwalpara Law College. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of Kokrajhar Law College, and
Thank you, madam.
I extend my gratitude and thankfulness for accepting our invitation as a guest speaker to speak on the topic Water Prevention of Pollution Act 1974 and other environmental issues. It is a great pleasure to have you, sir, and thank you for giving us your precious time in order to speak before our students and other participants on the subject matter environmental law, water prevention of pollution act 1974 and other environmental issues. A warm welcome to you, sir. I also take the privilege to welcome our teachers of Kokrajhar Law College, non-teaching staff, teachers of other institutions, and my dear student friends and my other participants joining today's session. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each of you on today's session. And with these few words, I would like to say that the particular topic has been chosen keeping in mind the syllabus perspective for the LLB fifth semester student. Having said that, it is indeed important for other uh, uh, students as well to have a little knowledge on Water Prevention of Pollution Act. As we all know that there are many inter-district or interstate water disputes are there, and as we all know that right to clean water is our right. We are uh, we have the right to enjoy the clean water. So, keeping in mind the session has been organized, and I also like to thank the IQSC of Kokrajhar Law College for organizing such wonderful program during the time of COVID-19 lockdown in order to continue the academic activities and also to enlighten the minds of youth. So, with these few words, I welcome you, Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, sir, and it's nice to see you online along with us. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I have the pleasure to introduce uh, the today's guest of honor before all of you. Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, he was awarded PhD degree by the Guwahati University in 2017. He was the principal IC in Jorhat Law College since 2009. Now, at present, he is the principal in Gwalpara Law College. Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, he has written two books, one on the Assam Police and other on equity and trust. He participated in several national and international seminars, conferences, symposium, and workshops, and contributed articles on socio-legal issues in various journals, books, and magazines. Now, I would like to request Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, sir, to proceed the webinar. The platform is now all yours, sir. Now I request sir to proceed the webinar.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Welcome, sir.
thank you, Suresh sir, for such a wonderful introduction. And I would like to thank Principal of reputed Kokrajhar Law College, Ms. Prita Brahma Madam, for organizing and thinking about the students in this pandemic situation. It is not possible for the students to do regular classes in college as well as in a regular mode in online way also. In my college also I tried, but our students were reluctant to do classes because they have already 2 semesters burdened with them. If the most of the fifth semester students are here, then they have their fourth semester examination left, they have their third semester examination left. If anybody have other back subjects, they have those subjects left. So they doing the fifth semester classes, it will be an extra burden. So madam has done a fantastic job to invite some teachers from other colleges from Assam and abroad also, that something may input in the mind of the students, and this will help the students when the situation will be good one, and students will able to remember what were taught in these webinars or lecture series, and that time they will able to understand the topic. The topic given to me is very relevant, not only for the course, not only for the syllabus oriented curriculum, but also for human being. We have recently seen, especially in Delhi, Mumbai, UP, Noida, especially Noida, how people were dying for one oxygen cylinder. This is what, this is only the return of our mother nature to us, what we have done with them. We may just think that we have everything, nature have given us everything, each and everything nature has given, but we the people destroyed everything, destroyed the balance, polluted the water, and for that purpose these problems. Now the corona pandemic is going on again In Delhi, another pandemic is declared, that is black fungus. People were advised to wear gloves when you dig something. That means আমি মাটি যি মাটিক আমি সদায় মাটিৰ লগত ডাঙৰ হওঁ সেই মাটি আমি হাতেৰে চুব নোৱাৰো বুলি কৈছে সেই মাটি চুবৰ কাৰণে আমাক গ্লোভছ পিন্ধিব কৈছে what a pathetic situation so for that purpose this today's subject is very important though it is only a part of environment the water but if we have respect and love for one portion of the environment, then naturally that will grow and we will start loving our mother nature and all the components. Governments have all the laws we shall discuss in our lecture, but as long we will not start loving our nature, nothing can be done. For each and every purpose, law is there. For whether we don't have laws regarding women protection, we have. So many laws are there, stringent laws are there, but still incidents are occurring. Situation is going worst day by day. So public awareness, public participation, and public movement, these three things. At first, we will have to aware about our environment. Then we will have to involve with the environment. Then we shall start public movement for the protection and development of the environment. Then only we can do something. Recently, World Environmental Day, we observed last 5th June. Each and everyone, we planted trees and taken selfie and given in social media. I have also done. But whether that was the purpose, what was the purpose of observing World Environmental Day? It was 1972 in Johannesburg, Sweden's Johannesburg, where people thought that now it is the time to think about pollution or think about the environment, and for that purpose they suggested a day, that is World Environmental Day. They decided 5th June, and from the year 1974 on 5th June this World Environmental Day start observing. We all know that World Environmental Day is observed particularly by a nation that is called host nation, and all other countries, they support that mission. What is the purpose of the host nation? The purpose of the host nation is to present the environmental crisis or environmental problem faced by that country and put forward that problem in front of the whole world for finding the solution. We all know that in the year 1974, when the first World Environmental Day was observed, it was observed in USA. And that means USA was the host nation. And this, what was the motto? What was the purpose? One single planet. Only one earth. Only one earth. That means this is environment is the one and only subject, one and only topic which can bind the whole world. Otherwise, we are divided for so many reasons. But only this environmental issues can bind the whole world, because if we pollute in India, then the people of Pakistan cannot remain safe from environmental pollution. If Pakistan do something or Bangladesh do something, we cannot remain safe from such kind of pollution. Recently, in 2018, India was the host country. This year 2021, Pakistan was the host country who hosted the World Environmental Day, and their theme was restoration of the nature or the environment. That means Pakistan also now wants that environment, what we have degraded, should be restored. So this is all about some basic ideas about World Environmental Day. What is the purpose of host nation? Why host nation is needed? Anybody can apply to the UN for hosting the next World Environmental Day, and they can put forward the problems, environmental problems they face. Now we come, what is environment? What is environment? If we say about 5J, if we say about 5J, the word, the letter J, 5J, so many acts have defined environment in their own way, but I define environment with 5J. First J is Jal, that is water, what we will study today. Number one, Jal. First J, Jal. Second J, Zameen. Zameen, the land. Jal, Zameen. Please mute yourself. Please mute. It creates problem. First J, Jal. Second J, Zameen. Third J, Jungle. Fourth J, Janwar. And fifth J, Jan. That means we the people. Fifth J, Jan, means we the people. The first fourth J, Jal, Zameen, Jungle, and Janwar. These four components, they do not pollute the environment, they do not decay the environment, they do not destroy the environment. They only improve the environment. But the last fifth J, Jan, that means we only destroy the environment. Now I shall come directly to our topic, that is first J. We shall start with the first J. The year 1974, when the first World Environmental Day was observed, in that particular year, in India also, introduced the Water Act. The name of the act is the Water Act, 1974, because prevention and control of pollution comes under brackets. The name of the act is the Water Act 1974. Prevention and control of pollution comes under bracket. That means this what from the name itself, it is clear that the purpose of this Water Act is to prevention and control of water pollution. Prevention and control of water pollution. Now I shall share some slides, then it will be very easy for you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to discuss the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. What it is said, the Federal Water Pollution Control Act of 1948 was the first major US law to address water pollution. That means in India, we have started thinking about water pollution from the year 1974. Prior to that, there was nothing particularly needed to think about pollution control or water pollution control. But in US, it was started from the year 1948. Growing public awareness and concern for controlling water pollution led to sweeping amendments in 1972. As amended in 1972, the law becomes commonly known as the Clean Water Act, CWA, Clean Water Act. The need for legislation, the act well felt in the year 1962. It was the same year when independent India fought its first war with China. A committee was set up in 1962 to draw a draft enactment for the prevention of water pollution, and for that purpose, the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, the first of a series of legislation passed by the government of India pertaining to regulation of environmental aspects in the country. Rising water pollution due to industrial and domestic activities becomes a cause of concern, leading to the creation. Now we come, why we introduced or we legislated this act. The main feature of this Water Act is the control of pollution through a permit or consent administration procedure. Discharge of effluents into water bodies was only allowed by obtaining the consent of the state board within restrictions it poses. That means the purpose of this act was to control and restrict the water pollution. Now the question will come that how water is polluted. Because
visible.
is it visible?
No, sir.
Visible, sir. Not visible.
Huh?
Not visible, sir.
It is visible now?
No, sir. No, sir. No.
Sir, no.
Some network problem, sir.
Not yet, sir.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
visible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, yes,
Yes, sir.
visible and audible.
Yes.
Okay. So the purpose of this act is of three facets. That means why we adopted this act: to protect the water from pollution. This is the first and foremost purpose, means objective. You may say objective, you may say features. That means the water bodies, it is nature created. We should not pollute, and through this act, the government or its bodies, we shall come to those bodies, bodies will see that this water pollution is not done, and water pollution is to be restricted. If we cannot completely stop water pollution, then we shall have to restrict those water pollution. So this is second criteria. Third, we shall have to try make water as it is. That means if any part of any river or any stream is polluted, then it is our duty to bring the originality of the water through some measures prescribed under those two boards. So these are the things mentioned. Now we shall come to your topic, that means what comes in your examination. Under section 3 and section 4, most important two sections, which prescribes Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, Central Pollution Control Board. What is the composition? What is the composition of this CPCB? The composition of this CPCB is like that. There should be a chairman who should be of well versed of knowledge regarding environment and must have experience of work with water related problems. Then 15 members and 1 member secretary. Now the vital point is how these 15 members will be filled up. Out of these 15 members, 5 members shall be selected by the central government. 5 members of this CPCB shall be selected by the central government. 5 members central government shall select from state boards. State boards, out of those 5, 3 should be directly the office bearers, means the members from state boards of different state, and 2 local authorities, must be working with local authorities. So in this way, it becomes 10. 5 selected from central government as their nominee, 5 members from state government, state boards, state water boards. Out of these 5 state water board members, 3 are directly from state water boards and 2 from local authorities. 5 plus 5, 10 completed. Again remains 5. Out of these 5, 3 shall be selected by the central government who have a vast knowledge on agriculture, fishery. That means bodies which have direct link with water. Well-versed people from this area, central government shall select 3 members. Another 2 members will be from any company or industries, because we all know that most of the water are polluted by industries, trade effluents. We shall come to those areas, what is called trade effluent, sewage effluent. So 2 members from companies or industries. So in this way, 1 chairman, 15 members, 1 member secretary. This 15 members again consists of 5, 5, 3, 2. Again, the between state boards 5, it is again divided into 3 plus 2. 3 directly from state boards and 2 from local authorities. Here if we see what is State Water Control Board, State Water Control Board, here also 1 chairman, 1 member secretary, and 15 members. Here 15 members, 5 members will be selected by the state government who have knowledge on water bodies or water pollution. 5 members from local authorities working in that particular state. 3 members who have well knowledge on agriculture, fishery and such departments, and 2 from industry and any companies. So if you analyze 2 boards, Central Water Control Board and State Water Control Board, then it will be very easy for you to find out the difference in the area of composition, how it is composed. Then another question comes sometime, what is joint boards? Joint board means if two or more state boards jointly formed or jointly sits for some common issues, common agendas, then it is called joint boards. Or 1 state board and the central board, or 1 central board, more than 1 state boards, they come together, then also it may be termed as joint boards. But remember one thing here, that whatever may be their purpose or agenda, but they should at least sit once in 3 months. Now shall come that how these boards function. These boards' main function, central board's main function is to see whether the state boards are functioning properly or not, any policy making, any issue based advice given to the state boards, and the purpose of state boards are to see whether any trade organization, any sewage is trying to damage the quality of water or not. If they are trying, then this state board can summon those person concerned who is responsible for that factory or that trade, or any from premises any effluent is coming out and mixing with water bodies, then these state boards have the power to summon those people and ask them to stop this water pollution, doing this water pollution. And if still after giving the warning they do not obey, then this board have the power to impose penalties. What is the penalty? This penalty may be of fine as well as imprisonment. That imprisonment may be up to 1.5 years and fine 5,000. This is normal. But if the particular trade from where effluents are coming out and mixing in the water and creating water pollution, damaging the quality of water, then every day 5,000 will be added with the fine. That means every day 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. And if still 1 year passed, they have not improved the quality, improved the coming out effluent quality, then punishment may up to 6 years or 7 years also. And the most dangerous part is that if such kind of punishment is awarded by the state board, then that particular person or the particular factory or trade organization, nobody can go to any civil court. They cannot go to civil court for stopping the verdict or stopping the order of the state board. That means civil court do not have any jurisdiction for appeal from the state board decision. Then what is the appellate authority? The appellate authority is the NGT. You all know that, National Green Tribunal. So if any decision passed by the state board, and if you think that you need to appeal, you will have to go to NGT, National Green Tribunal. Thereafter, in this particular act, there are 64 sections. What kind of laboratories is to be established, what kind of central laboratories, state laboratories, district level laboratories is to be established. These all are written in this act. But for examination point of view, these two boards is very important, CPCB and State Board, State Water Control Board. These two boards' composition, functions, penalties. It would be very good if we have interaction now because already 40 minutes passed. If we take some questions, then it will be more clear and it will be more useful, because environmental aspect is not like that giving lecture you all heard and going home it becomes zero. So if we discuss something, then it will be more clear and vibrant. With the permission of madam, if we can have interaction.
Okay, participants,
Hello.
any question? Participants, any question?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello.
So,
Am I
Hello, please.
audible?
Yes, audible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, in your speech, you have mentioned that join uh,
Both.
join this
Both.
board. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, in this join board, yate chairman থাকিব না স্যার চেয়ারমেনটো চেন্ট্ৰেলৰ পৰা হ'ব না ষ্টেটৰ পৰা হ'ব স্যাৰ আৰু ইয়াতে
No,
কয়জন
no.
মেম্বাৰ থাকিব স্যাৰ
You see, main thing is that if there are two types of, I have already mentioned that joint boards may be of two types. One is more than two state boards may form joint board, or where there will not be a central board. At first be clear about that. More than two state boards may form a joint board, or a central board and one or two state boards. So if there will be a joint board, their purpose is to settle the issues, common issues, like we heard about Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. We all know Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Then what happened there? They had a problem with water issues. So in those regards, if central body is there, central board is there, then obviously the chairman of the central board will be the chairperson. And if two state boards will form, more than two state boards will form the joint board, then anybody mutually they will form one chairman, and whatever the decision taken, that will be mutually done. Okay.
yes sir, yes, understood sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir,
any more
under
questions?
which article of the Constitution this act is formed? Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act.
You see, we have Article 21. We know, no? Right to life. Right to life. And the ambit of this Article 21 is increasing day by day. And who is increasing this? Supreme Court. Whenever we live, we have to live with liberty and dignity. What Article 21 says? Article 21 says that no person shall be deprived of his life and personal liberty without procedure established by law. Now here this life and personal liberty, right to life and of a human being and right to life of a cow or a dog is not same. Right to life of a human being should be the life like to be a human being. That means we have the right to a healthy environment. When we have right to have a healthy environment, then we should have healthy water, pollution-free water. So from Article 21 itself, this environmental issues related acts can be legislated.
Sir, is not it Article 48A and 51AG? These are also responsible for this enactment.
You see,
Which 51AG states that
51 AG, what is that? What is that? That is fundamental. One is directive principle, another is fundamental duty. So many
Yes, sir.
fundamental duties and fundamental directive principles are prescribed. Whether they are enforceable fully, whether if government do not fulfill those things, whether we can go to the court for fulfilling those rights, we cannot. No.
No, sir.
Yes, they have their contribution, but mainly Article 21.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
For any
Other
queries
questions?
from the participant? Okay. I think there is no further queries from the participant side. Thank you. Able to enlightening us in today's webinar. Now, I would like to request Sri Samdan Wari, one of 5th semester students, to give a vote of thanks of today's webinar.
Thank you, sir.
Samdan Wari.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. Respected today's chief guest, Sir Dr. Anup Kumar Roy, Principal of Golfara Law College, and respected IQAC Director of Kokrajhar Law College, Sir Dr. Pranay Kumar Aditya, and IQAC Coordinator cum lecturer of Professor of our college, Sir Suresh Bosumotari, and respected our beloved Principal Madam, Ms. Prita Brahmo, and all the faculty members of our law college, and all the participants. First of all, I have conveyed my best wishes to everyone. It is an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks on the occasion of this 9 online lecture series in memory of late Niranjan Nanjari, was founding principal of our law college. So at first, I would like to thank our beloved and respected guest, cannot figure, Sir Dr. Principal of Golfara Law College, for being present with us and deliver such a valuable speech and graceful words with us in today's meeting. Sir has shared knowledge which is very much benefited and necessary for the students, and not only for the students, it is important for all other person. Yes, sir. Brief out that about the water act, Water Pollution Control Act. Sir mentioned there's a very important section, that is section 3 of the Water Pollution Control this act. So here, sir, brief out very important things, that is board, central pollution control board. It will be formed under this section. We have learned from his speech, and there will be a chairman and 15 other members Sir Bribaut. And in case of the State Water Control Board also, there will be the composition of this state control board will be same. There will be chairman and 15 other members. So there, why government formed this pollution control board? The main reason and purpose behind of this is to protect the water pollution. And sir also added this now the pandemic COVID-19 is going on all over the world, in our India also. This second wave of COVID-19, this very bad situation is going on in our country. Lots of people succumb because of the effect of this pandemic. Sir sorted out in his speech why it is impact worstly in our India, because the people that are from the such cities, we have got that people of India is not so much aware of this environment protection. That's why it is affecting worstly in our country. So, and also I'd like to point out, sir, you have mentioned that three components, that is public awareness and public participation, public movement. This very required to stop this water pollution. If there will not be any awareness to the public, then the public will not know protect this water, and they will place and constantly they will pollute our water, which is not good for the ecosystem. So, and public participant must be there. If there will be only awareness program, there shall not be any public participant, then it will not be work. So altogether, this public movement and public participation, public awareness is very much required. Sir, you have pointed out, and you have also pointed out about 5J. 5J, that is, first J is Jal, that is water, if I'm not wrong, no, sir? And
Yes.
Zamin, and Jungle and Janwar. These four components is not polluting the environment. Only Jan, that is we the people. We the human being are polluting our water and environment. So these four, except us, these four components or elements are not doing wrong against the environment. So we must be aware, and we have learned today many things from you, sir. So that's why I, on behalf of the organizer, would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. And thank you so much for joining with us today. And our principal madam, Ms. Prita Brahmo, I would like to thanks to you, ma'am, for your cooperation. Without your support, we could not be able to conduct such kind of program. And I would like to thank our IQAC director, sir, Dr. Pranay Kumar Aditya, and also I would like to thank our coordinator of IQAC of Kokrajal Law College, Sir Suresh Bosumotari, and all the esteemed faculty members of our college. I would like to thank to all of you, and I would like to thank all the participants from the core of my heart. With this brief, I would like to conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Sir,
Sundan. Thank you.
sir,
Yeah,
Thank you.
madam.
Yeah.
I would like to share one thing that due to technical problem, I could not share the PPT, but I shall send it to you, Principal Madam, that you can share with the students and as well as you can keep in the name of Nursery sir in IQX system also.
Yes, yes,
Thank you very much. Thank
it's
you,
okay, sir.
thank you,
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, sir. It was great to have you. It was great to have you.
thank you,
We'll
madam.
try to have you meet you again in some other platform.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Then leave.